Hello everyone, I'm Mike Banjos. This is this week's Market Wrap. So I am back in Philly. Now we are getting a little nervous because obviously the corona's exploding down here and Philadelphia is starting to shut down over the next few days. Hopefully we'll be able to keep operating here and stay safe. A lot less people in the office and we're kind of going back to the early days. Good news is my Giants actually won again this week, and even better than that, they beat the Eagles. So I got to gloat for the last few days here in Philly. It's a great week when the Giants beat the Eagles. 3 watches we love this week. So the first one is a Royal Oak Audemars, and it's a very special one. It's the ceramic Perpetual calendar, all black. An amazing ultra-thin Perpetual calendar, beautiful kind of all black look. It's just an amazing watch. Love having that in the collection. The second piece I've got in this week is one of my all-time favorite classic Patek Philippe's. It's the 5035G. It is the original annual calendar. Now, I always think of an annual calendar as like one of my favorite complications, really practical. And I feel like it's been around forever, but this was only invented in 1996 by Patek. And this is one of the first generation white gold annual calendars, really cool gray dial. Love this piece. The last piece we got in this week, again, one of my all-time favorite Rolexes. It's a Daytona, it's gold, and it's on the Oysterflex strap. It's the black dial, just beautiful with the Newman touches to it. It's the most comfortable Daytona you'll ever wear. They make the best rubber strap in the business, that Oysterflex, sits on your wrist beautifully, just an amazing piece. So November has started really strong. The stock market has taken off. We're testing new highs every week. It's been extremely active trading. Obviously, we're all concerned with the explosion of the coronavirus. People tend to be staying home a little bit more again, which might actually lead us to more trading. What we found was we got a lot more engagement when people were at home. People were looking to reach out. We did a lot more content, and hopefully people will, again, stay home, stay safe, continue to engage with us, not traveling, not going on vacations, not going out to dinner. Might be the time to get yourself another watch just as a distraction. But seriously, please, I hope everybody stays home. I hope everybody stays safe. We can get through this together. Now, as we're gearing up for the holiday season, I start thinking about Christmas and gifting a watch, to be honest with you. My wife has not been very subtle in expressing her interest in the new Rolex 41 Tiffany dial. It's an amazing piece. I really hope I'm able to get it for her for Christmas. But it's the one thing I love even more than getting a new watch is actually giving one as a gift. It really makes it special to me that somebody would actually care about something that I care about. I love watches. Being able to give it to somebody, having their eyes light up, it's just an amazing thing, something to keep fond of for the holidays. It's been a rough year, I think, for all of us in 2020, and I think this Christmas is going to be that a little bit extra special. So last week, the Grand Prix of Horology took place in Geneva. Now, for all of you who don't know, this is kind of like the big award show for watches. Now, it has some big players who are absent, as always. Patek and Rolex do not participate. But there were 84 pieces nominated in 14 categories, and a couple of my favorite watches of the year won. And it's a great time to really look back and look at all the new things that have come out in the last year and see them all in one place. So the first one I loved was in the calendar and astronomy category. The Vacheron Perpetual Calendar Skeleton took the prize. This is a gorgeous Perpetual calendar, thin, beautiful Vacheron. I think, a really underappreciated watch from an underappreciated brand. Just a beautiful piece. I was happy to see that take the prize. The second category was in the chronographs, and the Moser Streamliner took the honor. But I think it was tight because it was up against the Breitling Top Time. I thought that Breitling was a great reintroduction of a classic vintage piece, but the movement in the Moser is just incredible, and I think that kind of carried it over the top. And the last category was the mechanical exceptional category, and the Piaget Altiplano Ultra Thin. Again, an amazing thin watch. It was just super special. It outdid the Legacy Machine, which again was one of my favorites. But I think it's showing us that these really complicated, beautiful watches and a little bit thinner are really what's hitting the market today. I think it's great to see all the excitement in Geneva about the watches, and even though people couldn't be there in person, still a lot of press, a lot of excitement about the awards. And for those of you who follow auctions, on my desk this week landed the new auction catalog. Phillips, again, this is their New York sale, and it's the Racing Pulse sale. Now, Phillips has done a great job this year with some great sales. This one is no exception. There are two amazing watches in there. The first one is a Monaco that was gifted by Steve McQueen. I mean, just the most iconic watch. When they filmed the Le Mans, he gave it to his chief mechanic, kept it all these years. Now it's coming up for sale. And the second watch is Paul Newman's other Daytona. Not everybody knew he had more than one. This is the second one, not a Newman dial, just a plain big red, but it's going to be amazing to check out and see where those take off. So the last thing we're going to talk about today is what we're buying, and I'm on a theme today. So the first thing we're talking about is Daytonas, but particularly the stone dials. We've been seeing a bunch come through. They very famously made Sodalite, Grosseler, some really special dials in the Daytona. We always love the meteorites, so I always love seeing those stone dials. They've definitely been increasing in value, getting more attention over the years, so we really love to see those come in. The second thing we're going to talk about is the Daytona Oysterflex. We talked about it earlier. They're an amazing watch, super comfortable to wear, always wanted to be seeing those. And the last thing, we're going to go a full sweep of Daytonas today, is the 116520. So the really original steel bezel Rolex movement. They're creeping up in price. I think, again, they're underappreciated. Everybody's chasing the ceramics. So we always love to be buying those. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's Market Wrap. Look forward to seeing you next week.